Welcome to my CBSE English teacher. Today, let's look at the second part of the line by line explanation of the chapter, The 100 Dresses Part 2 from Class 10 English. If you're watching my video for the first time, please subscribe. You can listen to the explanations of chapters from classes 10, 11, and 12 English. And don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a video. Let's move on to the video now. So we saw that Maddie had already made a strong decision not to support Peggy in any way, making fun of anybody, even if they had a peculiar name or if they behaved in a peculiar manner. So let's move on to the lesson, even if it meant losing Peggy's friendship. So she also decided that even if Peggy is not going to be her friend again for this matter, she would not bother. She had no way of making things right with Vanda. That means she could not find Vanda and tell her a sorry. So she was feeling very bad. But from now on, she would never make anybody else that unhappy again. So she decided that she's not going to make anybody unhappy by teasing them, how she had teased Vanda. So she's not going to do that again. On Saturday, Maddie spent the afternoon with Peggy. They were writing a letter to Vanda Petronsky. So both the girls, they were writing a letter. Since they couldn't find Vanda and tell her a sorry, they decided to write a letter to Vanda. It was just a friendly letter telling her about the contest and telling Vanda had won. She had won. They told her how pretty her drawings were and they asked her if she liked where she was living and if she liked her new teacher. So it was not a big letter, it was just a friendly letter, they said. And they asked her, like, they wanted to tell her about the contest and that she had won. And they also asked her if she liked the new place and if she liked the new teacher. So this is all they wrote in the letter. They had meant to say they were sorry, but it ended up with just their writing a friendly letter. So actually, they wanted to tell her a sorry, but then they wrote a friendly letter, the kind they would have written to any good friend, and they signed it with lots of X's for love. So it was just a friendly letter, like how you'd write to any friend, just inquiring about the place and the people and all that. So it was just like that, and they ended it by signing off with lots of X's. X's, it is a way of signing off letters in the British way because it sometimes means hugs, etc. Okay, so they also wrote lots of X's for love. They mailed the letter to Boggins Heights, writing please forward on the envelope. So they knew only the address of the Boggins Heights house. So they wrote that letter on the envelope and they also wrote please forward. That means if the people are not staying there, they will have to forward it to the new address. Days passed and there was no answer, but the letter did not come back. So maybe Vanda had received it. So they were waiting for the reply. So many days passed and they didn't get the letter back. So they were sure that the letter had been sent to Vanda's new address. Perhaps she was so hurt and angry she was not going to answer. You could not blame her. So they thought that since she did not write back, they thought that she was still angry with them, and they also felt that okay, her anger is can be justified because all of them teased her to such an extent that she had to leave the school. Weeks went by and still Vanda did not answer. So they never got a reply from Vanda. Peggy had begun to forget the whole business and Maddie put herself to sleep at night, making speeches about Vanda, defending her from great crowds of girls who were trying to tease her with, how many dresses have you got? So Peggy slowly forgot the incident, and this girl Maddie was also trying to forget, but at the same time, in the night, she used to make speeches about how she was trying to protect Vanda from the other girls. And before Vanda could press her lips together in a tight line the way she did before answering, Maddie would cry out, stop! Then everybody would feel ashamed the way she used to feel. Now it was Christmas time, and then there was the snow on the ground. So, what happened? She used to think how she was trying to protect Vanda from the girls who were teasing her. So that was the routine. Every night she used to think about it, make speeches about that, etc. And then slowly it was the Christmas time and there was snow everywhere around. Christmas bells and a small tree decorated in the classroom. So it was Christmas time and the classroom was decorated with a Christmas tree. On the last day of school before the holidays, the teacher showed a letter she had received that morning. So it was the last day before the holidays, and what happened? The teacher received a letter and she showed that letter to the whole class. You remember Vanda Petronsky, the gifted little artist who won the drawing contest? Well, she has written me and I am glad to know where she lives because now I can send her medal. I want to read her letter to you. So what happened? So that was a letter from Vanda, and the teacher was feeling so happy because she says that she knew where Vanda lived now, and so that she could send her medal that she had won for the drawing contest. So the class sat up with sudden interest and listened intently. So the whole class wanted to know what was there in the letter. They were all sitting very eagerly and listening very carefully. So this is the letter. Dear Miss Mason, how are you and room 13? So what is room 13? Their classroom. Please tell the girls they can keep those 100 dresses because in my new house I have 100 new ones all lined up in my closet. So she told the teacher that to tell the two girls to keep all the 100 drawings that she had left there because she says that she has 100 new more in her new house. I'd like that girl Peggy to have the drawing of the green dress with red trimmings and her friend Maddie to have the blue one. So she also told that the girl Peggy can have the green dress and the girl Maddie can have the blue one. For Christmas, I miss that school and my new teacher does not equalize with you. So she's saying that she misses the school and she says that her teacher is not as good as Miss Mason. Merry Christmas to you and everybody. Yours truly, Vanda Petronsky. So she wrote this letter dedicating those pictures to the girls, and she said that she also missed the teacher and the school, and she wished everybody a Merry Christmas. On the way home from school, Maddie and Peggy held their drawings very carefully. So they took the drawings, both the girls, and all the houses had wreaths and holly in the windows. So the houses were decorated because it was Christmas time. Outside the grocery store, hundreds of Christmas trees were stacked, and in the window, candy, peppermint sticks, and cornucopias of shiny transparent paper were strung. So all the decorative items and eatables were all there in every shops. The air smelt like Christmas and light shining everywhere reflected different colors on the snow. Boy, said Piggy, this shows she really likes us. So it was a merry atmosphere and it was time of Christmas also. So that also improved the spirits of these girls because they also received a letter from Vanda telling that and she never wrote anything about her anger. She only wished everybody Christmas, and at the same time she gave all those drawings to the girls. So the girls felt really happy because they understood that she was not angry with them. So what's the meaning of cornucopia? It means a collection of large items that symbolize pleasure, happiness, etc. It shows she got our letter, and this is her way of saying that everything's all right. So they were happy that she was not angry with her. And that's that. I hope so, said Maddie sadly. But Maddie was still feeling sad because she really wanted to meet Vanda and tell her a sorry. She felt sad because she knew she would never see the little tight lip polished girl again and couldn't ever really make things right between them. So she went home and she pinned her drawings over a torn place in the pink flowered wallpaper in the bedroom. The shabby room came alive from the brilliancy of the colors. So she was feeling very sad, but still she took all the pictures to her home and pinned it on the room. And so, with these brilliant pictures, her room was looking very beautiful again. Maddie sat down on her bed and looked at the drawing. She had stood by and said nothing, but Vanda had been nice to her anyway. So she was just peering into the drawing, and she was also thinking that every time Peggy made fun of Vanda, she was only standing beside her and not talking anything at all. Tears blurred her eyes and she gazed for a long time at the picture. So she felt very sad and tears were coming out of her eyes. That means she was crying and she was looking at the picture. Then hastily she rubbed her eyes and studied it intently. Then suddenly what she did, she wanted to look at the picture very closely. So she rubbed off the tears from her eyes. The colors in the dress were so vivid that she had scarcely noticed the face and head of the drawing. So the dresses were so beautiful, she had actually not seen the face or head in the drawing. But it looked like her, Maddie. It really looked like her own mouth. Why, it really looked like her own self. Vanda had really drawn this for her. And so when she looked very closely at that drawing, that blue dress drawing, she found her picture on the head. The face was her own face. That means Vanda had drawn Maddie's face in that blue dress picture. So she was very surprised to see that her own face was drawn in that blue dress. Excitedly, she ran over to Peggy's. Peg, she said, let me see your picture. So she was so excited that she went to meet Peggy and told her that she wanted to look at her picture. What's the matter? Asked Peggy as they clattered up to her room where Vanda's drawings were lying face down on the bed. So they went to the room where the pictures were there. They were all scattered on the bed and they were face down. Maddie carefully raised it. Look, she drew you. That's you. So she took one picture with the green dress one and she showed it to Peggy. And she said, see, this picture is your picture. She exclaimed, and the head and face of this picture did look like Peggy. So Vanda had drawn Peggy's face on the green dress. What did I say? Said Peggy. She must have really liked us anyway. So they were so happy that the girl really liked these two girls and that she was not angry with them anymore. Yes, she must have, agreed Maddie. So Maddie also agreed with Peggy that Vanda really liked the both of them. And she blinked away the tears that came every time she thought of Vanda standing alone in the sunny spot in the school. So the thought of Vanda standing alone made Maddie feel very sorry and tears used to come down her eyes. But then she just rubbed them away. Looking stolidly over at the group of laughing girls after she had walked off, and she used to every time think of Vanda, who used to just walk off after the girls made fun of her, and she used to have this reply all the time. What is that reply? Sure, 100 of them all lined up. So the girls used to make fun of her, asking her how many dresses you have, and she used to say, I have 100 dresses and all lined up in my closet. So this thought used to come to Maddie's mind often, and it used to make her feel sad. So this is a beautiful story that tells us how we have to be kind to others, and we should also think of the words that we use because they can hurt them a lot and it can create a lot of changes. So always mind your words, be kind to others. So I hope you liked today's video. For more informative videos, do subscribe to my CBSE English Teacher. Like, share and give your valuable comments below. Thank you for watching.